I can tell you that the Islanders have had no problems with the Sabres. 6 straight wins over Buffalo. The one thing I do want to talk to you guys about is something that Callie pointed out earlier. I said, because the news continues to circulate, that Taylor Hall is open to playing in Buffalo and keeps getting asked that question. And you said something that Islanders fans can certainly identify with, that whole year of the Tavares question. If the reporters are asking that question, what's he supposed to say?
What are you going to say? I want to leave Buffalo. I want out of, I want out. No,
right.
You're going to say you want to be there. There's enough distractions going around in that room and on that team that, of course, he's going to say he wants to be there. He might want to stay there. I don't know that, right? He could genuinely want to stay in Buffalo. I don't know that, but of course he's going to say that. So I don't read too much into him telling the reporters, I want to stay here. I'm open to sign here again. He very well might be, but I'll tell you what, if they want to re-sign him, they better show him that, there's more to this organization and more to this team than what they're showing right now. And I just feel bad for the Buffalo Sabres fan, myself being one of them growing up. I mean, there's a lot of years of disappointment, and they're not trending in a very good direction. They haven't been for a lot of years. So it's an interesting quote from him, but I don't expect him to say anything different.
Rupper, in terms of dealing with the media, the New York Rangers, a unique situation because it is New York City. It would be a swarm around the guy across, a swarm, and it would be a Tuesday, okay? Just an extraordinary amount of media coverage and attention. The one thing we don't often think about is that you guys have to say something.
Yeah.
So the whole Taylor Hall thing, as we continue to fixate on that, and there are certainly Sabres fans who are fixated on the idea of having a Hart Trophy winner there, even if he hasn't produced big numbers yet. Bottom line, you guys are put in tough positions where you have to answer a question that's not very easy, and really, you can only answer it one way.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of times the questions get a little stale in the fact that you know what the answer is going to be, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I think you could try to be a little more creative in the asking sometimes of the questions, and at the same rate, you've just even talking the situation. I mean, we don't know what Buffalo is going to look like. How can a guy comment? He doesn't know who's going to be there.
Right.
I mean, is Jack going to be there? I would have to assume that has a lot to weigh into it. So you know what I mean? Like, there's not even enough information on the table to come up with an answer that would even be acceptable. So,
He could be telling the truth. I mean, going quick back to when I was in New York and they were talking the trade and re-signing, and they asked me, do you want to still be in New York? And I said, 100% I want to be here. My heart's here. I want to be here. And I was 100% honest. I mean, that's where I wanted to be. I ended up getting traded away. Obviously, we didn't reach an agreement. So he could be telling you the truth. You don't know, but he has to say that. I mean, you can't come out and say something else.
Well, any player, and then there's the other the side of it, too, is we want honesty. We want candidness from players. But if the player would say, no, man, I hate it here. We're no good.
Yeah.
I don't want to play here next year. What do you think would happen to him?
Yeah.
He'd be absolutely, kibosh in the media. So, I mean,
it's a tough situation.
I like playing here. It's fun. That's what you got to be a robot in these situations.
Yes.
You got to protect the team as well, right? It's not about you with some of those questions and being a captain asking questions. Sometimes you're not thinking about, what's the best way for the team? What's my best answer? It's going to protect the guys behind me, protect the team, help the organization. What is my answer? And that's what you're thinking about. It's not your personal feelings. It's mostly, how do I help these guys?
The last thing I want to tag with Tone before I get to you, Buffalo, that fan base, they deserve.
Yeah,
I want a winner there. And you
I'm
grew
right
up as
there with you.
I want to see them do well.